Suisei, man, she is like the queen of VTuber right now, of singer, VTuber singer. She never lost. She just has the passion, and she just fucking did it every time. Yes, this is a comment given by my member. Hey, have you ever reacted to the abandoned VTuber that made by Yiman? If you don't, I want you to react to it. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Suisei's music, so. Okay.
One of Suisei's favorite catchphrases, "It's your shooting star, your diamond in the rough," idol VTuber Hoshimachi Suisei. I want you to focus on the diamond in the rough part because truly I tell you, it was through years of internal and gruesome pressure that the talent Suisei was able to create some diamonds. Let's take it back to her pre-debut year, her first live stream on March 2018. In her humble beginnings,
2018.
Suisei set out to become a successful VTuber. She wanted to become
March 2018, that is 8 years ago. She came a long way.
a VTuber so badly, but was strapped on cash, that she ended up drawing her own V2 model and even rigging it. She shared in later interviews that she watched countless YouTube tutorial videos on how to become a VTuber, and from this, she learned Live 2D on her own. So this unknown VTuber gave it her all for 1 year straight, uploading every week, coming up with video ideas, and editing everything by herself. But things were going nowhere, and she was barely able to cross 6,000 subs even after giving it her all. She even worked multiple odd jobs to stay financially afloat.
他のね企業の VTuber さんの動画を作らせてもろて、それでちょっとお小遣い稼ぎをしたりだとか、居酒屋でバイトしてお小遣い稼ぎをしたりだとか、まあいろいろありましたね。
After 1 year of this, Suisei realized that she was nearing burnout, so she wanted to get into a good VTuber agency. She was tired of making everything by herself and needed help.
自分でメイクもやって動画も自分でやって企画も自分で立ててみたいな、そういう時代がありましたですけど、まあね、1年くらいやって結構なんていうの、いい数字が出なかったというか。
So this ambitious indie VTuber started to apply to all the major VTuber agencies in Japan. However, she got rejected by every single one of them.
星町水星のままとして入るのはちょっと難しいかなっていう感じだったんだよね。なんか一新して別の芸名でじゃないととか、まあ、そういう話ばっかでどうしようかな。
Call it stubbornness or foolishness, Suisei really believed she could make it in this industry as Hoshimachi Suisei. A complete rebrand would be moving away from this identity. Mustering all her courage, she reached out to a company called HoloLive, who already
I just feel so much on her history. Trying to create music. I was really passionate in music. I make music a lot. Even on this channel, I still make quite amount of music throughout like 1 year of me being on this channel. Every time my music just never actually got the attention that I wanted to have. So like when she's saying like she kind of like going nowhere, I felt that so much. So sometimes when I see people like made it out, like Suisei or Callie or just pretty much anybody, that always like give me such a motivation to keep going. Just like, oh, these people made it. I can make it too. Like, you feel that? You feel that emotion? I'm really glad that these people made it, but still, I want to make it myself.
rejected her once.
頼むよもう一回ちょっと話し合いしてみませんかつってもう一回だけなんか条件面とかで気になることがあるんだったら私全然なんか妥協とか全然するんでもう一回ちょっとお話ししませんかねみたいな。
So it happened around at the very same time she reached out. The company that owned HoloLive, Cover Corp, was creating a music label called Inonaka Music. They said, you can join our label, but you must join our music branch. Without any hesitation whatsoever, Suisei is like, yes, I will join. And she recalls being very happy on that day. Fast forward to her first live show, part of Inonaka Music. The newly signed VTuber shared she was extremely nervous during her first performance.
That is really
she
dangerous
wasn't even
though.
part of the promos because of her last minute addition, and people who were at this performance was there only for her gen mate Azuki. But one thing that made her emotional and kept her pushing forward was whenever she would appear and started to sing, people started to change their pen lights from Azuki red to Suisei blue. It was a defining moment for her. Straight up around the same time, she was very close to quitting after dropping the song Thank You, but after this experience, she knew she wanted to become a popular VTuber. Now this is where things kind of took a sad turn for her. During her 5 months as part of Inonaka Music, Suisei was legit casted aside. Number 1, there was no music support for her for 5 months, not even voice or dancing lessons. Number 2, her new 2D model was delayed for half a year. Number 3, she was completely ignored by the top management of Inonaka Music. And number 4, due to company policies, other VTubers couldn't even ask her for a collab. And most importantly of all of her music projects were getting delayed, and she eventually had to pay for things out of her own pocket.
That's why I
to
say
get
it's
things
really
moving.
dangerous.
It was honestly a horrible
You
situation.
gotta really understand who you're working with, who you're working for.
いや本当にもうずっと期待させてたからもうできないのが本当申し訳ない。はあ、これからもね頑張っていくんで応援しててください。
But without no complaints whatsoever, Suisei pushed onward and just kept streaming and streaming. And from this hard work, her maximum viewers started to climb little by little. From March 2019 at 110 viewers to 2,200 in December 2019. But despite these efforts, Inonaka wouldn't pour any resources into her. There are many fan speculations of why this was, but the most reasonable one was that the genesis of this music label was originally set up to support Azuki Oni, so they couldn't spare any additional support for Suisei. Again, Suisei was losing all hope until A-chan, a prominent Hololive staff member, stepped in to save her.
Oh, Echan!
モチベがきついもう結構モチベがきついなみたいな話をして、なんかやめようかなとか思うんだけどどう思うみたいな感じで相談して、でA ちゃんがすごいいろいろと計らってくれて。
A-chan is honestly the real MVP because it was this very swift action by her that eventually saved Suisei's VTuber career. So in December 2019,
She is not
Hoshimachi
only just a hero, she is really smart. Because like, in terms of like Hololive JP, there has been so many problems, and a lot of time what I hear is A-chan is the person who helped out and solved the problem. A-chan is really smart. She almost have like the mind that can predict the future to tell like, okay, you can do this or do that, and everything just suddenly it was solved. Damn.
Suisei transfers from Inonaka Music to Hololive with a newfound drive. She started to hone on how to stand out as a
A-chan
VTuber
didn't do
talent
what
and be
she
unique.
did,
What are some
will
things that
Suisei
only
be who she
Hoshimachi
is right
Suisei
now?
can do? You started to see this internalization influence how she moves. She went out of her way to collab with other Hololive members, and one thing she played into was this psychopathic personality. This birthed the name Psychopath Suisei, or Suisopath. This also led her to randomly picking up Mario Kart and grinding her way to be the best out of it out of all the Hololive talents. And most famously, her skills in Tetris was pretty god tier. It seems from getting rejected for so long for being a jack of all trades, this very personality is what led her to cement her place within Hololive. But at the end of the day, it was Suisei's phenomenal singing skills that really separated her from the rest. Things for her really turned for the better in March 2020. she was finally able to debut her 3D outfit. She showcased her third original song. She announced her new radio show, and in all of that, celebrated her 2-year anniversary. In December 2019, she would be getting maximum 2.2k viewers, but during this 3D concert in March 2020, 56,000 people tuned in. End of November 2019,
That's
she
a
was
big
at
jump.
50k subs. And 4 days after her 3D debut, she hit 150k subs. What if she quit back
Hold on, 4 days? You mean that's 4 months.
the debut? She was at 50k subs. And 4 days after her 3D debut,
You mean 4 months, right? God damn, if she got 100k sub in 4 days. Whoa.
she hit 150k subs. What if she quit back in November 2019, 4 months before? This all would have never became a reality. Hololive's popularity then skyrockets with the formation of its EN branch in September 2020. Just in October
it was
2020,
2020 when EN
Gura
started.
surpasses 1 million subs. The first Hololive member to do so, and the third VTuber in totality to do so after Kitsuna Ai and Kaguya Luna. Suisei takes the Hololive momentum and runs with it. By June 2021, Suisei passes 1 million subs, nearly 2 years after joining Inonaka Music at 6,000 subs. In a very wholesome moment, her father calls her right before she crosses this huge milestone.
で、俺はな、1から0から始めるやつのことしか尊敬しないんだ。だからお前はまあいろんなちょっと切り抜きとか配信とかを見て知ったけど、お前はまあ一人でゼロから始めたらしいなって。だから俺はすごいと思う。
Nothing is as rewarding as
Go.
having your
That word though. I mean, I feel like I'm just saying, like, if we're looking at her father's perspective and seeing her success, you know how people on stream they use a lot of like sexual innuendo to get their way to be like funny or like stuff like that. But as a father, looking at his daughter saying stuff like that, you wouldn't be happy about it. But when you think about Suisei, what is the first thing that come to mind? Her songs. Bro, if I am her father, man, I am so proud right now.
conservative Asian father telling you from his heart that he's proud of you. But I'm sure in that very moment, Suisei felt a deep level of peace and accomplishment. Several months after taking all these emotions, she publishes Still Stellar, a hood classic that was a Japan
A
Billboard
hood classic.
100 instant hit.
Don't copyright me, please. I'm gonna skip that. Okay.
Shooting star was in full bloom. The Hoshimachi Suisei story.
Jesus Christ. Oh. 今日も可愛い。
可愛いって書いてください。
スイちゃんは
Holy shit. She got a whole cult.